Hello. How are we? So I thought I'd go with this look today, this evening. So it's a full moon. Got a lot to say today. I've had a lot of I hope everyone's okay, first and foremost. I dusted off my wings. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to fly us out of here. Where to start? So I'm going to just do a quick recap, because there's I just want to first actually know what I really want to say first and foremost is all the haters, love you. You know what I mean? Because this is the thing, you're always going to have haters. You're always going to have them. And you can either choose to let them destroy you, or you can choose to just think of it differently. So first and foremost, if you know yourself and you know what you're doing and you know you're on your path to your dream, to doing your greatest good, then it doesn't matter what these people say. Sticks and stones, my friends. Yeah? Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you, first and foremost. They don't know you. They're bullies. They're haters. Negative people. And there's also a reason why they're probably like that. That's the other thing. They're probably going through a difficult situation themselves, which is why they are like that. So love your enemies. They know not what they do. So there's that. Also, people that live in glass houses should not throw stones or ivory towers. This wig is, I'm not sure about this. I can't cut the fringe. It's just so there's that. And when you just realize there's always, it's going to be, all we can do is do our best, is try our best, knowing that there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be hurdles. That is life. Life is pain. You can't expect it to be anything other than that. Why are we expecting it to be, especially at this point? It's only up from here. But, as it is, you just got to get real good at getting over these, go around the obstacle, under it, over it, move it, cut it to pieces, whatever. Yeah? The obstacle doesn't, if a tree falls in the road, you move it, you find a way around it. You don't just stop and just sit there. At least I'd hope you're not. No one would. You would just sit there, you try and move it, and carry on with your journey. So when there's an obstacle, you just get real good at fucking, that's what I'm looking at, like hurdles. No, I'm an Olympic hurdler at this point. I'm like a gazelle leaping over those problems. Like, come on. Oh, what? There's another one. Oh, surprise. Surprise. I just got better at the speed at which I recognise it and solve it has got to look quicker. Because when you know yourself, when you connect to, when you just accept yourself for who you are and accept yourself for all of the things that your failings and your cock-ups and whatever, they don't define us. Your next choice is how you get back up. What are you doing now? Don't matter what you did. There's always forgiveness. There's reasons for everything. Oh yeah, so that was what I was going to say. So yeah. So just as a snapshot again, and I'm living proof that you can, that people, that it doesn't, how you dress, how you look, what you put on your face, what, your past, all of these things don't define who you are. I'm not the person that I was. I'm going to give you a rundown, quick snapshot, or a synopsis. Yeah. To prove this point, because you don't have to dress a certain way to do a certain job. That's just so. That way of thinking is so ridiculous. And I'm going to prove it in a minute because I've come up with an absolute gem of an idea today, an absolute epiphany. Literally. Yeah. And again, that idea has come from kind of various different things along my journey, and this is why I'm so grateful every day, even for every experience I've had, good, bad, and ugly, because I wouldn't be here now doing this. I'm grateful just even for still being here, being alive, for having the opportunity every day to be better than the day before, and not only be better. And my definition of be better is maybe different to other people's, and I'll go into that in a minute. But I'm just constantly coming up with ideas like, how can we make it better? How can we make it better? How can we make it better? How can we do that? How can we do that? How can we do that? Everywhere. Yeah, it's not like as in I'm not bothered about the money. You know what I mean? I'm happily sat in my house doing it. I don't need nothing, because I love doing it. I love thinking of the ideas, like solutions. That's just what I love doing. It makes me have like a natural high. Like, wow, just like there's an idea for that. Solve that. And actually, that idea is just part of the universal connection that we all have, and that idea is only coming from various bits of information that has been provided to me from the universe and from everyone in it. Because I'll think of a question, or let's say I'll see a problem, we'll read a problem in the paper, and then I'll think, oh, how do I fix that? And then I'll change the channel, and there'll be something on about something similar. They give me some idea, and then later on in the day I might see something else. It's all science messages all of the time, like in constant flow. So it isn't mine. I can't even take credit for it. I'm like, oh, it's all of ours. And that is how we're connected in this like flow. And it's miraculous. So just to go back on the life synopsis. So I was raped when I was 9. That's all I'm going to say about that. My dad was a millionaire at the time, and I was a spoiled little shitbag. And I got whatever I wanted when I wanted. And that also went to food. And I'd eat all the time. I'd get whatever sweets I wanted, whatever. So I put on loads of weight. I was 13 stone, I was 13. Realised that I was enormous. Then got an eating disorder. I was bulimic until I was 33 probably. I mean, you're always a recovery bulimic, much like a lot of these things. But it's just, I ain't got the energy. I just accept my body for how it is. You know what I mean? If I really wanted to lose weight, and I'd do it normally. And, you know, my attitude towards it has changed. Because ultimately, it's a mental thing. All of this boils down to our mental health, literally. Right? So there's that. So then I gained weight and lost weight so many times. So then I ended up with boobs that were going like, they were basically on other planets. So I had boob job there. I've had 3 boyfriends, all of which were narcissists, domestic abuse. One of them was a drug dealer. I don't even know why. You know, the last one with the 2. Yeah, I don't actually. I think this is what I'm saying. I'm not a victim in any way, because I actually am at this point now. I'm grateful for all of my life experiences. As I said, because I wouldn't be here now. I wouldn't be in this position. I wouldn't. And so I went through 7 years of domestic abuse, psychological, financial, emotional abuse. And but he was a drug dealer in a family of criminals. And so but the good thing about that is I learned how that all works. Yeah, I learned how that all works, for one. 2, I learned how to see through the lies. Like, it's painful because you don't want it. But the thing is, and ladies and boys as well, men, sorry, if you're with a narcissist, you'll know, because your gut will tell you, but you don't want to hear it. So you just pretend like you're not listening. You're like, no, of course they wouldn't do that. They love me. And you keep doing that over and over and over again, and then it just gets louder and louder, and you know, still holding on for whatever reason. And actually, if you're holding on, saying, "Oh, I'm holding on to this person because of the kids," you're not doing yourself no favors. You're not doing the kids no favors either, and that's just the truth. Because you're just going to be raising more narcissists. Because if they see that that's what they're around, that's what they see, they're going to know no different. And the truth hurts. It hurts. But the truth is a million times better than whatever the action is, or the failure, or the mistake, plus then the lies. It's like it multiplies. And then if you keep lying, then it's like a web of deceit, and you get other people involved, and it just grows and grows and grows, and then it gets so big that you're like, it makes it hard to tell the truth then, because you're like, shit, I've dragged in everybody or whatever. Yeah. And then I started drinking too much when I was with him, just as a means to escape. Plus he was a drug dealer, so there was always drugs. So, you know what I mean? So we've all got fucking baggage. We've got a load of baggage. And we're all the same. It's just, it might manifest in different ways in different people, in different circumstances. But the point is, you can get out of it. You can get out of it, whatever it is. If it's depression, I was on really strong antidepressants. That shit just numbs it. You're not dealing with the issue. You need to deal with the real issue of it. You won't even need no antidepressants. And if you want to have an antidepressant or something that's going to help your mood, then I'm going to put some links in to dopamine and foods that have dopamine and serotonin, which are the chemicals that you need in your brain. There's supplements that do the same, natural ones. So much better doing that than taking these chemicals. They have loads of other side effects as well, right? I mean, there's a million of. Look, I knew I was playing with fire. I knew I was playing with fire, but I went there anyway. Yeah, and I ain't no victim. I made that choice. I made my bed and I laid in it. Yeah, and it was fucking shit, and it was painful, and it was horrific, and it was day after day after day after day, constantly being threatened. Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill your mum. All this shit. Yeah, on somebody who's already been through, and he knew that stuff as well, and then he'd use it, and he'd call me a fat cunt and all of this kind of stuff, right? Rise above. Ladies, men, don't need to take that shit. Yeah? They've got their own issues that they need to deal with, but it ain't your fault. And here's another thing. They tend to, these narcissists, though, they tend to like, and if you think about it on another scale, like that's exactly what they do in with human trafficking, sex trafficking, child abuse, these child abuse rings. What do? They pick vulnerable people to control, to drug up, to use them. Yeah, it's the same mentality. Drug you up, keep you quiet. Even that, what's his name? That guy that's done it with his two daughters. Is it Saudi? I'll put the link into the. He drugs his own fucking daughters and keeps them in a prison, essentially. It's the same fucking mentality, right? There is some deep-rooted problem, and it is not those girls. Yeah, they do the same fucking thing, and then they want to use it. This guy was so fucking psycho. Let me tell you, yeah. What is after we separated? When I was dropping my eldest son to his dad, he knew that I was going to be out of the house. He broke into my house because he knew the key. We had a key code because my mum's disabled, so she has carers. He knew the security key to get the key to get into the house, And he went round the house and changed the switches to black. So he's a Jamaican guy, and he changed the fucking light switches to black light switches. And I know this because I've got a camera in the house. And he's obviously trying to do it to try and like psych me out, or make me feel scared. So when I come back in, I'll be like, this is the levels. He put a fucking listening device on one of my fire alarms. Right? This is the fucking levels. And he fucking hated it. And then he just lied. It was lying. Because he cannot stand the fact that I left, that I broke up with him and then sorted my shit out. And no longer under his mental, physical, emotional, psychological, financial control. He just, and he's not the only one. That's my point. And the thing is, if you're gonna be with somebody, and let's say you love them, but you're narcissistic and you think that you can treat your other half as a piece of property, but somewhere deep down, maybe you do love them, or maybe you didn't. You like them, but you think you can do whatever you want. Here's the thing. Why don't we just make a rule where if you want to go be with somebody else, why don't you just break up with the person before you go do that? And I can say this coming from both angles, but I've listen, and again, this is not from a judgy side, because listen, I've been on both sides. When I was my first boyfriend, I cheated on him, yeah. And I didn't realise until the guy that I was with for 10 years cheated on me. He dumped me by text message. My eldest son was 9 months old. And he dumped me by text message after 10 years when I was out at work at an event, an IT event. And I came home, checked my phone, and there was a message, check your emails. Check my emails. I don't love you anymore, I'm moving out. Bear in mind, we had a house together, cats, mortgage, everything. All right? Get at home, and he's packed a rucksack, that was it. He fucked off. He didn't speak. I was a 6-month-old baby. 9-month-old baby. I was 6, yeah, 9 months. I was like... And then the next day, he changes his Facebook status to in a relationship with a stripper he had met at a stag do 2 months before. Who, by the way, he then married. She cheated on him. They got divorced. So if that ain't karma, I don't know what it is. Anyway. So, yeah. So going back to the cheating thing, I swore to myself when I was younger, after this, when my first boyfriend, I was like, I'll never do that again. Yeah, because seeing somebody, I didn't know, I was young, I was stupid. I wasn't thinking. First boyfriend, didn't know what was, but seeing somebody's in their face be so broken was enough for me. I was like, I will never do that again to anyone ever, and I haven't. And I expect the same in return. And that's where my thing is. If you're with somebody that you're supposed to be committed to in a relationship that's monogamous, that's how it's supposed to be, that you agreed that it is. I'm not talking about other relationships, because other people have other beliefs. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you're in a monogamous relationship that you both agreed is monogamous, and then one person go, how about this? have some fucking self-control, keep your dick and or fanny in your pants, and go back and either break up with the person that you're with because you've even contemplated that or got close to, and either fix that relationship or just separate. It would just stop so much pain and anguish on both sides and lies. It would stop all of that. You wouldn't even get there. You'd probably end up being friends if you just did that, rather than do that, then lie, then do it. And it really deep down, the person knows. They know you're being booky as fuck. They can see the shady maneuvers. You know, it's just, come on. It's only simple things like that, and it just solve a whole load of fucking pain for people on all sides. And if you want to be in an open relationship, go find someone who wants to be in a fucking open relationship. Do you know what I mean? Right. Please. And the thing is, as well, is that they will then, I've found as well, is that they don't want you to be with anyone else though, do they? You know what I mean? It's all right for them to fuck around for 7 years straight. And then you leave them, but then they would not have you be with anyone else, even though they're still sleeping with other people and or having children with other people. You know what I mean? And then if they go, oh no, but actually I really do love you, but you found someone else who is your person, then they don't like that either. It's like, well, it's a bit too, it's too little, too fucking late. That's what it is. Sorry, that's just my little rant on that. I say little on the 30s. Right. So my point really is this. I'm still here. How is, I don't know. Honestly, I've got myself in, but as I say, I feel really blessed to have had the life that I've had. I'm so grateful for every experience, even those bad ones, because they have given me strength. They've given me strength. And they have helped me become the person I am. And you know, there have been days when I've drank too much. Man, raver days, yeah. I'll be honest with you, I've taken loads of drugs. But anyone that looks at me in any kind of judgment way, be like, mate, half of the prescription drugs you're probably on are on the fucking worst, the most dangerous drugs in the world list. So please have a word with yourself before you pass your judgment on me. And also, the people that do the demonizing are usually the ones that got serious fucking issues. And this is the thing about being honest. Yeah, when you can get to a place where you deal with your demon. I've got my fucking demon on a leash, mate, and I put that fucker in a cage. Yeah, only coming out on special occasions. You know what I mean? The people that are so judgy McJudgeson, it's like, mate, you know you are hiding some fucking shit. You liars. And not only that, at least we're not fucking out here killing innocent people, throwing bombs on people for no fucking reason. We're not you know, it's like, who are you? Who are you? So my words on this full moon are no matter what situation you're in right now, no matter if you're, I'm gonna be real here, if you're an alcoholic, if you're a drug addict, if you're selling drugs, if you're in a gang, if you are in an abusive relationship or abusive home, all of these things we can sort out, every single one of them. every single one, and you're going to come out smelling of roses, having money, having your own business, like literally. And you'll be in control of your mind. And it's all about this. Do not let them ruin your mind. There's nothing to be afraid of. There isn't. They're trying to, all of these systems are designed for us to fail, to put us into situations, to back us into corners, to make us do things that we don't want to do because we're in bad neighborhoods or bad homes or whatever, and then you're vulnerable and people take advantage of you when you're vulnerable. And that's how they recruit people into or how they pick up girls for human trafficking and sex trafficking and all of these things. And then what do? They feed them with drugs and booze. They dangle like money and things like that never materializes. So this is what we need to go back to that beginning there and sort it out there and make everyone feel loved and appreciated and recognized for the fucking absolute superhuman beings that they are and the superpowers that they have that they don't even know that they have. Because when everybody is connected to their inner being and knows their worth and is not afraid, watch how we fly then. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. I was thinking about space, right? Why are we so busy? Why are we so busy trying to get up into space when we can't even get this fucking planet right? Like, surely our focus. I mean, look. I love space. I love the night. The night is my favorite time. It's the most peaceful time. The stars come out. It's beautiful. Moon shines. Yay! But should we not be focusing all of our time and attention on getting this planet right before we start trying to, overtake others? Because it feels very much like, oh well, we've mined this one to fuck, destroyed this one. Now we better, now we're just gonna leave this. You know what I mean? Like kind of that. Like, oh, let's go and colonize another planet and fuck that one up as well. No, let's sort this one out because this is a good one. We've got something amazing here. We've got a load of amazing people. We've got a load of amazing animals. We've got an amazing, beautiful planet that with the very smallest of fucking effort could switch like that. We've got the keys. We've got the keys to the fucking kingdom right here. Listen. Sorry. What about this one? Yeah. What if every company was required by law to have some kind of tree planting scheme? Why not? If we're going green, if we're going eco, then you can enforce it. These companies are fucking up the planet, so make them pay. They ain't going to pay financially, then make them do a percentage of their thing has to do planting trees. So you're rebuilding. And then what you could do is with your tree planting scream. I'm going to get my primordial scream on later, trust me. With the tree planting scheme, if every big business did this, then you could work with every school that is local, and the kids could be the ones that plant the trees. So they're learning about the importance of the planet and being part of it, and history in motion, future history, part of the never-ending story. And so we go. Legends, history makers, change makers. Come on. Oh, my idea. Right, are you ready for this? I didn't really finish my synopsis on my life story, but I just kind of got bored with myself. So, Durex advert. Been in a Durex advert. You'd never tell, would you? The amount I go on about sex. Yeah, I've been in a Durex advert. And this was actually after I had my eldest son, because I was like, I do not want to be just known as Charlie Evanson's mum. I was like, my life has got to mean more than that. It's got to be more than that. So I started applying for, because I've always been a performer. I went to Star Maker. You know where, oh my God, I'm going to hate myself. Hold on, I'm going to have to Google it. Give me 2 seconds. To tickety boos. Hold on. I'm not even going to say it till I found it. Here we go. Cast. Oh, Kate Winslet, right? I went to the same Star Maker as Kate Winslet in Berkshire, Reading. I've always been a bit weird, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? Out there. And yeah, and then I did Durex advert. So I went on one of these casting sites. Oh, and I'm going to go on to this thing as well about people vulnerable when it comes to like music industry, film industry, modelling industry. But yeah, I did a Durex advert. So I applied on this casting thing. We got it. And it was called Turn Off to Turn On. So this is in 2013. This was this is in the honeymoon period with the narcissist extraordinaire. And yeah, turn off to turn on. I mean, forget him for a minute, but the principle of the advert is actually still very valid, is it not? Because people spend so much time on their social media. I mean, I've come off mine completely. Just because it's such a negative space. People, yeah, and then you get people like, oh, why aren't you posting? I have to. What I post for me, not for you. Like, I'm not going to post something just so you feel comfortable with it. And then like they find it weird. Like, well, why have you come off it? Because bothered. Like, really? I don't need to. I'm not here. I'm not doing this for friends or for likes or for comments or whatever. I'm doing it. Everything I'm doing is because it's fucking the right thing to do. To try and solve these problems. And to help as many people as I can. So yeah, Durex to turn off the official turn off to turn on campaign. But it rolls into, it's the same thing, because people end up having, you get those, I've got friends that do it, and they'll be sat on a sofa and they're both on their Facebook and they're having a conversation on Facebook with each other. And they're sat in the same fucking room on the same sofa. And the worst thing is they'll be making out. Sorry. I must stop smoking. They will be making out like, oh, I love you. Oh, no, I love you. Like this. And he's an alcoholic and he beats her up and she fucking hates his guts. So it's like, it ain't even real. So why are people even trying to measure themselves against this fuckery when all of it is just fake? Because you always put your best photo when you do, you do your filters and what. And this is what I mean. I was like, oh, you know what? I was putting photos and then I thought I must look like a right sado, yeah, because I'm on my own. I'm just constantly, every day I was doing a photo like, oh, look at me. Oh, it's me on my own again. Me, like that. And I thought, oh my days. get a life. So instead, I'm just doing videos on my own. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, yeah. So where was I? Durex. Yeah. So you can Google that, Durex. Turn off to turn on, because people don't even there's on their social media that much. They're not even talking to their partners, let alone having sex with their partners, and then they wonder why one or that's just that. I've done a few other things, but probably won't. My idea, the epiphany. Are you ready for this? I'm literally skipping. I'm proper, like, I'm so excited about this one. So, how did I come up with this? Yeah. A friend. So I in my infinite stupidity, at the beginning of last year, I was like, I'll try and give him another go because I've got 2 kids with him. One of them. Anyway, so I had an idea because I'd seen on TV these people that have been making face masks. This is obviously right at the very beginning. Making face masks at home and sending them to people, NHS. And I'd seen somewhere, and we'd seen somewhere about how 3-layer masks were better. And anyway, so we came up with this for doing face masks or whatever. And then it ended up with me creating the businesses, buying the companies online, and I was just doing everything, absolutely everything. And then he was in London, just not doing a fucking thing, not answering his phone, fucking any hole with a pulse. And I was just like, will I never learn? But in this process, I'd asked a friend of mine, I was like, get your daughter to design a picture, and when we get these made, I'll have her one printed on a mask. So obviously then this all comes around, and I then ended up do you know what I said? Do you know what? I've got my own thing now. I was like, you have it all. I don't want. I was like, I'm doing everything, and he couldn't stand that I was doing all these courses and things, and then he was wanting me to repeat word for word what I was learning on these courses. Like I did Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi and ClickFunnels, and I mean I've done 1,000 courses at this point, and every single one he was just getting like, well, you need to sit and you need to tell me exactly what you learned. You need to tell me word for word. Right. Well, I'll just send you the link. You can do it. No, I want you to tell me. Like that. And I just went, you know what? I'm going to do my thing, and you have that. You just have it. He hasn't, needless to say, he hasn't done anything with it. But that's the backstory. So today, for some reason, that came into my mind, this design. And I was like, I really should finish, because I started up like loads of other things. I started up a Shopify shop, to do merch. And I suddenly thought, because I haven't done it for the mask, I could do a little t-shirt and have her design on it. And then because what I said to her originally was any of the masks that were sold, she would get the money for. And I'd take nothing from it. And then, wait for it. Then I thought, what if, because the kids, this is all for the kids everywhere in the world, what if I asked worked with the charities everywhere, worked with all the charities dealing with anyone that's been orphaned from COVID, any of the children that have been that are in war zones, in Yemen, in Ethiopia, in Sudan, in Iraq, in Iran, all of the every kid. You could do it with every kid, literally you could. Draw your dream. Draw your dream. Okay? Get them to draw a design. And I'm going to do it for free. I don't want any money for this. I want to do it. And so they have their own personal design, and then that will be printed on a t-shirt, and I'll sell it in my merch shop. And any who, money made from their design goes to them, 100% of it, of the profit, from every child that wants to take part in it. So every child would essentially have kind of like their fund that we would fund by buying the t-shirts. And that money, depending on where they are and who they are, can go to, clothes, food, home, building a home, for their education, for making their dream come true. Come on! OMG. I was like, come on. Every school we could go, when schools go back, every school, every child, because everyone's got mental health issues. If they knew that they were drawing their dream and that was going to be made into a t-shirt that they're going to sell and people were going to wear, and then that money is going to go towards making their dreams come true. Come on. We have got this. Oh, right. I'm writing to all the schools. Take 2 seconds. Obviously it's going to be a bit harder, but come on. We can do this. Everyone would buy a t-shirt. Everyone would buy something. And that would be theirs. Their dreams. We can literally make their dreams come true. Come on. It's a good one though, isn't it? Oh man, I feel so excited. I'm like, I feel euphoric. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, as I say, haters, keep hating. Keep on fucking hating. I love it. Because I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm cool with myself. I'm cool with my past. I'm not afraid to share my stories, because if it helps someone somewhere, then I'm happy. And I am not afraid of nothing, because I just know without a shadow of a fucking doubt that we are all part of something so much greater than ourselves. And for whatever reason, I've been given this ability that we all have, but I've just tapped into it. And so it's a duty. It's a duty to make sure that everyone else taps into theirs. To make sure that everyone else sees that they can achieve their full potential. And that is limitless. That every single person matters. Every single person's opinion matters. Every single person's abilities matter. Every single faith matters. Yeah, many prophets, one message. Like, We are one. So, sorry, I got all excited. Let me just, oh, here we go. So yeah, I'm going to get on that. I'm going to be writing Education Secretary. Use their Education Secretaries in every country. And I saw on the, obviously, what reminded me is because there's in South Africa, they've got all these orphan kids now and having to do meal buses. Them, there, the ones, all the refugee children, all these children displaced by war, those there, yeah. All we need is some pens and pencils. Get them. We can do this. Draw your dream. I'll buy it. We'll buy a t-shirt. You know what I mean? Wear colored t-shirts all the time. And also, that gives printing business, the dropship companies all over the world. And you're making a difference. You're actually making a difference to kids to make up for this last year. Fuck all this chaos. We're changing it up now. Switch. Watch the negativity fall away. Darkness? What darkness? What darkness? Fucking bright light over here. Bright light. Where are we? Oh, God, so excited. Then they just have like they have these pools of money that they to rebuild their community. Oh, come on. Watchfulness. Be dressed ready for service and keep your lamps burning like men waiting for their master to return from a wedding banquet, so that when he comes and knocks, they can immediately open the door for him. It will be good for those servants whose master finds them watching when he comes. I tell you the truth. He will dress himself to serve, will have them recline at the table, and will come and wait on them. It will be good for those servants whose master finds them ready, even if he comes in the second or third watch of the night. But understand this, if the owner of the house had known at the hour the thief was coming, he would not have let his house be broken into. You also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him. Peter asked, Lord, are you telling this parable to us or to everyone? The Lord answered, who then is faithful and wise manager, whom the master puts in charge of his servants to give them their food allowance at the proper time? It will be good for the servant whom the master finds doing so when he returns. I tell you the truth, he will put him in charge of all his possessions. But suppose the servant says to himself, my master is taking a long time in coming, and he then begins to beat the manservants and maidservants, and eat and drink and get drunk. The master of that servant will come on a day when he does not expect him, and at an hour he will not be aware of. He will cut him into pieces and assign him a place with the unbelievers. That servant who knows his master will and does not get ready and does not do what his master wants will be beaten with many blows. But the one who does not know and does things deserving punishment will be beaten with few blows. For everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded. And from the one who has been entrusted with much, much more will be asked. Not peace, but division. I have come to bring fire on earth, and how I wish it were already kindled. But I have a baptism to undergo, and how distressed I am until it is completed. Do you think I came to bring peace on earth? No, I tell you, but division. From now on there will be 5 in one family divided against each other, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. they will be divided, father against son, and son against father, mother against daughter, and daughter against mother, mother-in-law against mother-in-law, and daughter-in-law against daughter-in-law. So far, the times, they are changing. But we have got this. Smashing it. As I say, even if you're in the darkest of wells, grab onto it. I'm pulling you. Pulling you. Pulling you. Come on. Come on. I've got you. I've got you. Love you. Love you lots. Especially a certain someone. So, happy Saturday/Sunday. Oh, is it? I'm losing track of days. Yes. Sunday morning, evening, afternoon, Saturday, I don't know. Where are you? Anyway. I won't stop. Because they don't scare me. Love you.